Welcome to the From the 108 podcast, starring the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter. He's a Twitter-like whore, an Instagram thirst trap, and your grandma's guilty pleasure. Beef loaf. A West Coast attitude in a decidedly Midwest body, My Sock Summer. And your host. He's sharing obscure music thoughts to give you time to hit the bathroom. Teresa E.
Thank you, Cornsey. Welcome to the From the 108 podcast. Get ready for some baseball, beer, and bullshit. And remember the drinking rules. If Beef Loaf references a meme or says he talked about this on the Ajou, you drink. If My Sock Summer mentions his time on the West Coast or blames his kids for something, you drink. And if I swear or say here's the thing, you drink. You could also make any of us shut up for 5 minutes for $5. Or you can make all of us drink for just $1.08 or more. It's up to you, however much you want to give.
Hello.
But speaking of drinking, fellas, what are you drinking? Beef Loaf, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
Bro, I had to back it up, because we were drinking beer last time. Got the dirty martini here. I got plenty of olives, of blue cheese. That's what a sensible man does when he knows he has to have a couple cocktails, but he's got a long weekend ahead. I need that. This is like vitamins for me.
Yeah, it's like a salad. A martini salad, right? Isn't that what we said last time?
Vodka salad. Bless your
Vodka
heart. Bless your
salad.
heart. Bless your heart for almost remembering. Thank you, my sex.
Yeah, almost did it.
My
Almost.
Sock Summer, what are you drinking, man?
So I'm going to polish off the big fucking bottle of Woodford Reserve. Going old school tonight.
When you said
I don't know if
polish
I'll
off,
drink
I
it
was
all,
like really
but
waiting to see how much was in there. I thought it was going to be like brand new bottle.
No. I can't do that. But yeah, no, this is the infamous "fuck you, Sal" bottle that I then I had to take the label off because my kid saw it and was telling the little kid, "Hey, you know what that says? That says fuck." So I had to take that down. But so yeah, I'm gonna drink this until it's gone, and then I got another little bottle of rye back there. I might get into. We'll see. What are you drinking, chorizo?
Well, first off, I saw Herbie say that music gets him pumped. Thank you, Herbie. That's actually one of my bands from when I was like 19 years old. So that was a long time ago. But so was the movie that this is from. I'm drinking the Moloko milk stout from Three Floyds.
Oh, nice.
Because when you gotta pick up your wife from the airport and drive straight to Cincinnati tomorrow morning, it's good to drink a lot of stouts. And
yes.
Not to mention, I have to run a podcast for the next hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
windows open on that trip.
You know what it is? I love stouts. I love stouts in general. But it's a classic film. One of my favorite movies of all time, Clockwork Orange. Just like it's. I mean, it's a fucked up movie, obviously. We'll talk about some more fucked up movies later. But right now, I do want to talk about a couple movies because I went to see Return of the Jedi in theaters just this past week. Yep. And Beef was giving me some shit. He was like,
well, I was just curious what year it is, 1983 or what?
What are you going to see a movie that's been out for 40 years for? So I was trying to think of like movies that Beef would go see in the theater that are old, right? Like that already came out. So I was trying to put a list together. And like at first I was tempted to go with things like like Pulp Fiction or Swingers, where I know he saw those multiple times in the theater. Right?
That's
like,
true.
So it was worth going multiple times. But then I thought that don't work because he's seen it.
He's already seen it.
Yeah.
Right. So that experience has happened. So I came up with a few. Beef, you're gonna tell me if you think that these are accurate. So I've got 3 of them. So the first one is Diggstown. I feel like you might be compelled to go see Diggstown, especially if it was like the theater I go to where like you can drink in there. So like you just go buy some booze in the concession stand, you come back and drink. I feel like you might be down for like, yo, a couple of us are gonna go check out Diggstown, and we're gonna get drunk in the theater.
If I thought that the theater was gonna be crowded, I would, because there's some moments in there that are like moments in the movie. So there could be a fun interaction with the group.
If we got 6 of us to go. Right, like just like 6 people that hang out in the 108. We're all like, yes, we're gonna go, and then whoever else is in the theater that night, right? Like, I'm thinking like more like Bruin View that for this, but like But I got another one.
Okay. All right.
This one, I think I might be onto something because I think that you might want to take your daughter to see this. I think that this might be one that you would go with your daughter, and that's the original Halloween. Seeing the original Halloween in the theater, like all redone and looked real nice, like that's a great. That's like to me in the top 2 horror movies of all time. So like.
You know what? Maybe, but the problem is my daughter and I are both real lazy about going out anywhere. Like we prefer to just like pay $20 and have it on the TV in like 4 seconds. Like that. That's how lazy we are. So like I don't know if it would actually line up, but I agree with you. That's a great choice because we watched that movie together 20 times probably. So that's one we both love.
Okay, I think this one's the winner. I think this one's the winner. I think you would go to the theater to see this because there's 2 reasons that you would go to see this.
Okay.
So it's Purple Rain.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think because one, you'd get the live performances on that big screen with like the really good audio of a theater. Like that would be point one. The other one is the purification in Lake Minnetonka. I think if I know you, and I know you pretty well, we've known each other our entire lives. Well, I've known you my entire life.
He hasn't.
You met me when you were 2.
Yeah, most of my life.
I think that's a scene that sculpted your life in some ways.
Yeah,
so,
it was one of the first scenes I got chubbed up to. That's what you're trying to get to right there. Yeah. Who does? I get chubbed up to that right now if we put it on. Are you kidding me? That's like Pavlov's dog, man. The blood would start flowing. That's what they should serve instead of Viagra. Just Apollonia naked right there, and everyone will snap to it, baby. No matter how limp your boner is.
What about True Detective
MSS.
Season 1?
MSS,
I just watched that episode.
Oh my God.
MSS, because I'm rewatching True Detective. Oh my
screen.
God!
Put it on the big screen. Yes, I don't know. There would be boners everywhere.
You know what's funny? Well, first, real quick, I will say that I think I found the one that works for this, and now I know not to sit in front of you for that. But MSS, you mentioned that, and what's the lady's name that's in True Detective Season 1? It's like it's Daddario or something.
Alexandra Daddario.
Yeah. That is one of the funniest things. Like you put up a blog where you used a picture from that show. Like it doesn't even. I don't even think it has barely anything to do with her. We still I still see that in the traffic that comes to our site.
Oh yeah.
Like that search term still hits. It's like, who are these horny dudes that are like, I'm going to go to this baseball site to see this?
They're 108 fans. That's basically it. Like, I don't know if you knew that, Treasy. I don't know if you noticed from the comments or anywhere else. But
it's to throw their wives off the scent. They're like, oh, he's going to look at those drunk alcoholics in right field. Okay,
it's
not
fine.
looking at it.
He's good.
Yeah.
Let's hit the drink. Thanks, Zoe.
Cheers,
Says, have a great
Zoe.
show, boys. Got to listen to it tomorrow. Got to put Buzz Killington, my son, to bed. So wow, hello.
I like Buzz Killington. Yeah, that's good shit.
My Sock Summer, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm good. We had a busy day today,
We did.
Damn it. We had a busy day today, boys, and it was fun. As if you haven't noticed, we went and shot a little commercial for the Chicago White Sox, this team that we like. They had contacted us through a text and said, hey, would you guys be interested in promoting the track jacket? And my immediate thought was, we don't fit in track jackets. So no, it's probably a bad idea. Yeah. But I asked you guys, I'm like, hey, you guys interested in learning more? And you guys both said yes. And so I reached back out and I said, yeah, we're interested. And then they said, yeah, we're thinking we want to do this Soprano style thing. And immediately I was like, yeah, we're definitely in now. We're going to do this. So we got it all worked out. We only had the date changed like 7 times in like 2 days. And we got it all fired up, got down there, went over to, Kathy D's local establishment in Bridgeport, which every cop, every camera operator, every front office person from the White Sox went to get lunch today. One guy specifically, they said, hey, do you want to get in this? And the guy goes, absolutely not. Keep me off the camera.
Yes.
And so that was funny.
That was suspect.
Right, and it was because it was before 11. So what are you doing that you're not supposed to be doing at Kathy?
Maybe you're supposed to be at work.
11?
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean,
I was
like Treasy and I.
Well, you guys were still working. I saw you. It's okay. But yeah, no, we had a great time. shot that. We are, I mean, initially I was just like, oh, this is just going to be, they're going to show it in the park or something, No. It's going on the broadcast, and it's going to be in about 10 broadcasts, apparently. So I was like, that is insane. So when you see us on your TV, it is us. You do not need to adjust it. It is not broken. We all fit in the tracksuits, which the funniest part, I think one of the funniest parts of today was I got 2 XLs and a medium, and Chirizi's like, what? What the hell? I'm not going to fit in there. And he fit right in it. Like,
yeah, he squeezed in.
That was a tight squeeze.
It was.
That was a tight squeeze. That's like when there's 2 cars like really close together, and you're like, this is the only spot. So I gotta make this work. I gotta make this spot work.
But yeah, no, it was a good time. Thank you to the Sox, the marketing department, for bringing us in. We appreciate that. And I the one thing that I just want to make sure, and then we'll get to your stuff, Loaf, is that somebody tells Jason Benetti that is Mr. Delicious. Like, that's on the screen, fully clothed, because I don't think Steve Stone was going to recognize you. So he's going to have to tell Steve Stone, that's Mr. Delicious, who's won Sox Math. You've seen his nipples 7 times, so like, yeah, this is the same guy. I mean, and he's gonna be like, no, Jason, that is not him. And he's like, no, it is. It really is. And it's going to be a very great, it's going to be so much fun. So, that's what we did today. That's my banter. And
MSS, how many people do you think are going to have the same reaction to us in those track jackets that Beef had to Apollonia? Probably a lot, right? I would guess a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm saying, like, if
15-20%.
Very similar. It's very similar. Like, if we had to compare and contrast, there would be a lot of comparing, not much contrasting. Everyone's exactly the same. We were pretty hot, and plus the tight joggers.
Oh yeah, and we all did line up
action.
like gray, like muted kind of pants, which fit the jersey, the uniform absolutely perfectly.
It did.
I was gonna say it was a very happy day because I realized that we are gonna be on the broadcast again for like the 8th time. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been on the broadcast like 8 times. You guys are finally going to be on the broadcast. I'm pretty happy about that.
He knows the word I. He knows the word I now.
Well, I want to correct myself because my sex
I.
number wants to make sure that I take credit for my own stuff. So he's very.
I do want to make sure you take
He's very
credit.
worried about that, so I mean to make sure I did it. So I'm
Very much
happy to
so.
do it for you guys.
Beef, how you doing other than being absolutely fucking conceited?
What's the thing about bringing up memes, Treasy? Is it like a meme like this? Is it this kind of meme that you want to bring up, and then some of you older folks,
We got a drink. All right.
have a cocktail. Only you older folks will know what I'm talking about there, but not the rest of you.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you, Sel, for that drink. No, what I want to bring up right now is I want to start something new.
Thank
And
God.
I'm calling this the Lawrence's Hot Sauce Seat. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pepper my sex number with 3 questions. And I'm going to plan to do this to whoever. Maybe we'll even bring a guest on occasionally just for a quick segment here for the Lawrence's Hot Sauce Seat. But tonight it's going to be my sex number. I got 3 questions for you. Question number, are you ready, my sex number? You ready?
I am ready.
Before you do that, let's have a little drink here. Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks,
bless
yo.
you, Yumper.
Let's have a
Appreciate
beer on
you.
me and Cincy. I'm going to have one right now.
Salute. Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, that's delicious.
Oh, we got another one.
Oh, Johnny. Bless you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
You sexy mother.
and
You're going to look
we
really
did
good in
go-
those
we
track
did go
jackets.
Hollywood.
You could probably wear a medium.
Lovely. All right, my sex number. Are you ready for question number 1?
I am ready. for
Okay, this
question
is
number 1.
Chicago sports media themed. All 3 of these are Chicago sports media themed. Number 1, which of these 2 Chicago sports media darlings gets laid more? Shane Reardon or Barstool Chief, and why?
Man. So I knew this one was coming. And initially I go Chief, right? I would say Chief probably gets it because Chief is a little bit more likable than Shane Reardon. Because Shane Reardon just likes
better
to
looking,
piss.
taller. I didn't mean to answer the question for you.
Not so much of that. Not so much of that. Bigger ass, juicy double, all these things. But no, I think I'm gonna say that like it might be Shane because as we learn, I think Chief might be more of a relationship guy, and he gets more involved in relationships. Shane doesn't seem to be able to keep a relationship, so he probably has more sex because he's just out there banging and doing whatever he's got to do. So I'm going to go with Shane Reardon from the 670 The Score.
And the comments do not agree with you.
Yeah,
much.
well, I mean,
The comments are very...
they're opinionated.
yeah. Yeah, they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot.
I love it. I love it.
I didn't say who's the best looking, who could probably go out
I
and
said
get
who's
laid
getting
more.
laid more.
I say
I'm just
who's
asking,
actually getting laid
who's
more.
actually getting laid more? Yes, that's
and
correct.
I think
You answered
Chief
it
is
correctly.
more of a like settled down kind of guy.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, sounds good. Question number 2. If we were tasked with fighting the main members of Barstool Chicago 3-on-3, so the three of them is Chief, Eddie, and Dave, which one of the guys are you going at first, and how are you attacking them?
Man. Because I'm not even worried about Eddie. So Eddie's just like, we'll just let Eddie go, right? Because, like, I mean, he might go pick up a chair and hurt somebody. But I feel like we need to go right at Dave and kind of get him knocked out, and then I think we could probably get those other two.
How are you knocking him out? How are you getting him?
I'm going right for his throat. I think I'm going to, like, stiff arm him in the throat, like, really hard, and then just, like, and then maybe push him down on the ground and just, like, grind in there and just, like, choke him out on the ground. I feel like that's probably my best bet to kind of beat up Dave. Dave is probably a crazy-ass fucking fighter. Like, I know as soon as I grab his neck, he's going to, like, launch back with a fist right to my nuts. It's like, I know that's going to be coming, so I have to block it with my leg. But, you know, but I think Dave is probably the guy, and I think I need to choke him out.
You're gonna go low. You're 6'4".
I got to go low.
He's
Yeah,
5'6".
yeah.
You're gonna go all the way down, and okay, I see it.
I feel like you should just like trick him. I feel like he's easily fooled.
But he knows
you
we're going
think
to be
he'd
in a
fall
fight,
for the
right?
banana in the tailpipe, right?
I feel like
How many-
look
how
at
many
over
Eddie
there.
Murphy jokes can
like
we
I
fit
think he'd
into
fall
this
for
show?
that one.
I think it'd just be okay. All right. That's
How
fine.
many Eddie Murphy jokes can we get in tonight? I
I
wanna
usually
know.
get in 15 to 20.
Yeah, I
I
know.
guess that answer is acceptable. Question 3.
Oh, it's not acceptable. Oh,
Question
shit.
3. And it's the final one. If there were a third sports radio station in Chicago, and there used to be one, and you, MSS, were going to be one of the 3 chairs on an afternoon sports show, you could pick any 2 members from a White Sox podcast, gene pool, or local media or quasi-media, locally anyone. You cannot pick Treasy or I.
Oh, okay.
Who
Because
are
I
the
was gonna
other?
say, like, you know,
who are the other 2 seats? Who's sitting in with you, and who's your three-person show?
Man, I'm going to break a lot of hearts right now, and I
Do
don't
it.
want to do that.
There's just
But I
like a
think-
shitload of Ralph Wiggums about to happen where they're like just crushed.
feel like-
their heart is just crushed.
Man, who is going to be like the best, like puts me in the best possible light, you know, or makes me look good and compliments all of my
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yep.
God, I mean, this is a tough one. And I'm thinking too long. Like I really like. I think a banter, and I don't even just mean to go to like Barstool Chicago, but I love Eddie. Like Eddie would be fun because he knows some things that I don't know. He also knows how to host a show, which I also don't know. So Eddie would be a good one chair. But then we need somebody like totally different, and it's just Chicago sports. It doesn't have to be, you know, specific or anything.
It's a Chicago sports show, but you could pick anyone basically. So,
Man, I know.
Just hating on the Power Hour right now. I feel.
I
it.
know, right? I don't think he'd
I mean, I
do
feel
it.
like you could have just right
I
out
don't
of the
think
box
he'd do
got
it.
what unprotected. Just like you get the whole show right there.
Well, and that's possibility, but I also think that like, you know, like a Billy Wires would be very fun too. Like he would be like just an insane lunatic over on the other side, and then we could go back and forth. But I don't know. Like for some reason, Layla Rahimi comes to mind too, but I don't think that would be like the best. Like
Why not?
wouldn't it be? Because she's good, right? But
don't
like,
you want people that are good? What the fuck?
Well, but I wonder if she would play.
That's what he's saying. We're idiots. Chris is saying, I want to be on the show with a bunch of
No,
dumps.
I
That's
just
what
don't
wanna
want
be
to play
on.
too clean. I want to be dirty too. You know, I want to be able to whatever. And I guess she could get down. Let's go with her. Let's go with Layla Rahimi. For some reason, that's been in my
Eddie-
mind the whole time. So
Eddie,
Layla,
That's a good show.
Yeah, that's good.
it's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful. I am the least talented out of the 3. It will be good for me. I'll just talk about shows I went to go see one time. I would like I did on the Bumcast this week.
I would listen to that until something else was on.
I appreciate that.
Me too.
I appreciate that big time, Treasy. More than you know.
Actually, I like that show. I would like to hear the pilot episode of that show. I'd love to just see the layout for the show. Like what topics are you going to cover? I think that would be It would be kind of
Interesting.
yeah, it would be very interesting. I like some of these comments here.
4 mutant fuck-ups in Halo. You got to
What a
read
name.
that. You can't just not read it.
I'm
That's
actually
good.
going to pay some.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. It begins with the senses. Designed as the ultimate expression of everything Mazda stands for, the first ever Mazda CX-90 was designed to curate and elevate every experience you share with it. The flagship 3-row SUV has been carefully crafted to exhilarate through an incredible alchemy of design, technology, and performance. 3 sources of power. Mazda devotes itself to engineering that anticipates and responds as an instantaneous extension of you. The Mazda CX-90 offers 2 powertrains, the turbo inline-6 engine that comes in 2 variations of differing power, and our all-new plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. All 3 vehicles are born from a tireless devotion to enhance and amplify every drive with every emotion they evoke. Want to know more? Head on over to www.mazdarollandpark.com and browse their online inventory. Right now, there are over 110 new and Mazda certified used vehicles for sale. And while you are there, you can also request more information about specific vehicles, value your trade, and inquire about financing. Whether you're from the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana, or Southeast Wisconsin, they would love to have you visit and test drive a Mazda today. Mazda Roland Park, home of the Zoom Zoom Nation. 8910 West 159th Street, Orland Park. 708-444-3200. Zoom Zoom.
Woo!
The comments.
Damn.
Everyone was all
fantastic.
like, oh, this isn't what we wanted. This is too fast. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, all right, well, fuck you then. Here it comes. And you're going to hear it all of May. You're going to be coming all of May.
To me, that wasn't like so much as sexy as it was like your wife told you, I better not find out you're recording another fucking Mazda ad, and you're like, I'm gonna go in the closet. This is a Mazda ad. Like it was like,
It's good stuff.
but I love it. I love it.
Thank
I'm excited, and I love I was driving around the Mazda today. It's a great car, man. I'm glad that you're giving it the sexiness that it deserves. I feel good about that.
Exactly.
Jackie, you came in a little too late. You might want to rewind and listen to that ad read. You might enjoy that.
All right, guys, time for a little White Sox talk.
Damn it.
All right. I posed this question to you guys the other day. I hope you put together some answers for me. But the first of these 2 questions is, what movie do you want this White Sox season to become? So, we're at the start of the movie right now. What is it looking like for you? What do you want it to look like? Right? This is your optimistic view of it. Beef, what is your movie?
The movie I want it to become is The Super, because I want to see Andrew Vaughn dunk. No, I'm gonna pick a different. I'm gonna pick a different Joe Pesci movie. I'm gonna go with My Cousin Vinny, because in the beginning, every goddamn thing is going wrong. Every improbable thing that you think could possibly happen to you, everything is screwed up. And little by little, you get some confidence back, and some things start working out for you, and a lucky strike here or there, and things start going well. And by the end, you have miraculously come back and won. And that's the season I would really love the White Sox to have.
Yeah.
Something that looks like the movie My Cousin Vinny.
Hey, man. If Marissa Tomei is involved, I'm in. Me and Costanza
right.
are in for that.
Even the wrestler, Marissa Tomei. Like, I'll take that one. Like, the wrestler one, whatever.
I've got an Aronofsky? I got one of his flicks for the second part of this, so we'll hold on.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Nice.
It's like summer. What is yours?
So, it's a classic from the year 1992. All right, let me get my notes over here. A small investor turned a struggling car wash into a huge success. Against all odds, the cops, local politicians, and other businesses, they create a very successful business. The Bikini Car Wash Company is a very fun time. You don't have to overthink it. You just laugh and enjoy the ride. Plus, it's all W's, baby. Like, this is the greatest movie. Like, you don't even have to think. You just watch. It's fun. It's visually appealing. You enjoy it. You have a good time when you're there. Girls washing your car. That's what I want the season to be. I want Luis Robert to wash my car and get a lot of dubs. That's all I need.
I mean, this sounds like the put them on the glass video.
It really does. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this film that you're talking
Probably
about.
not.
I don't know if it's an adult film or if it's just a
not.
regular
It's
movie.
tough to tell. B-movie,
It's a
maybe?
sex comedy
Something.
that were very
Okay.
popular in the 90s. Has a very, very, very nice cover, and it was especially attractive to me at 12 to 13 years old and when I read it.
He's over there yanking it in Blockbuster for the cover. I can't believe that's the movie he picked for this.
And I can't believe that that's what he wants the season to be. He's like,
Yeah, I want it to be fun.
He's like, I
Horny,
need a
yeah.
season to jerk off to. That's what I
Fun.
need.
It's not there yet. I'll tell you that. You know, you're hoping
People
for
are
a lot
making
here.
money and having a good time. Teresi, what do you think then? Show me a better one.
See, I'm along the same lines as Beef, only not as as much of a funny way. So I'm going with Shawshank Redemption, right? Because it starts
okay.
off on a real down note,
These are real
you know,
serious.
and then it gets worse. And then you start to get a little glimmer of hope. Things start to get a little bit better. Things start to even out. But then it kind of starts to fade, and you got to crawl through 500 yards of shit to get to the playoffs. And I feel like if this season gets to a point where we can make the playoffs, that
The
last
shit crawl?
500 yards, that's going to be a shitty crawl. That's
do it.
going to be rough. So like, and I don't know how our livers are going to handle it. So like,
No.
I'm going with Shawshank. I like the idea of, you know,
Good choice.
we'll all head down to Mexico for the playoffs.
we'll
you
be
know?
running on the beach. You know,
Exactly.
sounds wonderful.
But Beef, I'm with you, like, because I like the My Cousin Vinny one, and the reason I like the My Cousin Vinny one is because it's kind of a situation where like you're watching this team and you're going, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I don't think they know what they're doing. Like
Right.
it feels like they've
Yes.
never done this.
Yes, exactly. It was a total disaster. It's like, first, everything's possible going wrong that you could think of, unimaginable ways, and then you get the lawyer in there who has no clue what he's doing. He has no idea. Doesn't even know that the other side's got to share the information
Doesn't
with
know
him
the
or
rules.
anything. Doesn't know
the rules.
Exactly, screwing everything up. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it feels I like that. I like that one probably the most. And now, my sex summer, I have to apologize because I haven't seen your movie.
See my movie?
So I don't know.
There's 3 versions
how the
of it, too.
I don't know how the beginning goes. Like, because like I'm trying to compare the beginning of our season. Is it a pretty downer beginning?
It
Like,
is.
okay.
So this guy inherits a car wash company from his dead uncle. So he's from the Midwest.
So the uncle dies. We're off to a
Uncle
bad
dies.
start. Okay.
Bad thing. He inherits this, really nice car, or not really nice, dumpy car wash. He moves across the country. He moves from the Midwest to L.A. And then he's like, hey, finds some chicks that he likes. And they're like, hey, we should jazz up your car wash a little bit. And they do it. And people come from miles around to go to the
do it,
Bikini
or-
Car Wash Company.
So I'm feeling the metaphor here, my sex
Yeah.
summer. If I'm catching this right, you're looking at this team. You're going, you know what? This is the old fucked up thing. You know, we got to get some of these guys out of here.
Fresh blood.
Get the Jake Diekmans of the world out of here.
Yeah.
Get that fresh blood in here. You know, the Kenyon Middletons, and
Yeah.
we're gonna turn this thing around. I like
Yep.
where you're going, my sex summer. I like.
Kenny
it.
Middleton is
I'm feeling it.
definitely one of the women that helps wash the cars. That's for sure. It's fun to watch. It's
Hello,
definitely
friend.
Fun to watch.
All right. Now we got to go to the flip side of this.
This is the rush. This is hard.
This is the
So
rub.
what movie do you think this season will actually become? And my sex summer, I'll go to you first.
So this is going to be a really tough one. A lot of options. But I thought the best way, especially for our audience, who I know are big film fans, that would get into it. It's any movie that David Lynch has made after Lost Highway, because I have no idea what's going on in most of those movies. Now, the first few movies that he made, like Blue Velvet,
Velvet's
okay, I got it.
fantastic.
I understood it, right?
It's still insane. But
It's insane. It's insane. But there was a murder, and they're looking for the murderer. Then they do nitrous, and they're drinking Heinekens. And it's fucking great, right? Like you're like, okay, I get this. And then you watch Wild at Heart, and you're like, okay, this is a little bit different.
Cheers, Gordo.
Cheers. Gordo. It's a little weirder, but like, hey, it's still fucking good. Like I understand. She loves Nick Cage. They're doing it in the hotel, and he can't quit her, and she just loves them. All the shit, the swamp. Oh, crazy, right? Then Lost Highway start to lose me. Okay, guy becomes a different guy. Don't know why, right? And it just all of a sudden, I'm like, what is happening here? What's with all these videotapes? What's going down? And as I famously, I don't know if you guys know, but I met Henry Rollins, and I asked him, I was like, dude, what was it like working with David Lynch? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, what was the movie about? I have no idea. Like, I was in the movie. I have no idea what the movie's about. I'm like, okay, good, because I thought I was missing something. And he's like, you're not missing anything. He takes one take, and he just runs with it. Don't worry about it. And then he started making movies after that, and they were even worse. I could not pay attention. That's the Sox thing. We don't know what the problem is. What's the problem? Is it the ownership? Is it the GM? Is it shitty players? Is the players not paying up to their thing? I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but all we're going to know is that it sucks, and we're all angry, which most people are when they watch some of these David Lynch movies after Lost Highway. So,
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing in one take. That felt like every at bat at the end of the game,
right?
Like everyone came up to bat and they're like, hey, Tim, or Billy's on third, no outs. I have no idea what to do here. I've got a super fast guy on third base. How could I possibly drive him in? I don't know. I'm gonna do something weird instead, guys. So I feel the David Lynch there. It just kind of feels that way.
Mulholland Drive after Lost Highway. Unexplainable. You can't explain it. It's just weird, okay? Naomi Watts, he liked her. They put her in a movie. I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm going to tell you, MSS, I'm going to confess something to you.
What's up?
I remember when Lost Highway came out, and it was the era where you'd put together a soundtrack, or you'd get some big song to be on the soundtrack, and it would pump it up beforehand and stuff. And so the Nine Inch Nails had Perfect Drug was on there.
Yes.
And so I remember going to see Lost Highway. And I came out of that movie, I was like, oh, that was great. And knowing full well, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
Don't know what happened.
But I feel like if I say this sucked, people are going to be like, you're an idiot. That was an amazing movie. I don't know why I said it. I should have just been honest, because I think everybody had the same reaction. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what happened there. So
I watched it 3 times. Still have no idea what's happening.
It's been 20 years. I feel like I confess.
Still don't know what's happening. But I was seriously, and I'm being totally honest, when I asked Henry Rollins, because that was the one thing I wanted to ask him. I was like, dude, seriously, you worked with David Lynch. How was that? And, was it fun? You understand the movie? Nope, not at all. Don't get it. Don't get it at all. I was like, okay, good. All right, I just want to make sure, because I don't understand either. And you were in the movie, so. Isn't that weird? That's be like saying someone to ask us today, not to pat myself on my own back, because how did you find the inspiration for your character today in that White Sox commercial? And it's like, dude, I just found it. It's just who I am. A cool guy walking the streets of Bridgeport. I just found that inspiration deep inside me.
I do have the fucking thing is not even out yet. It's not even out yet. You don't even know what it's going to look like. You don't even know what it's going to look like, man.
Well,
so good.
While we're confessing things, or at least I'm confessing things. So we're doing these little shots and stuff, and MSS, they want to get MSS walking, right? And so he's got to walk across the street. And there's cars coming and stuff, and
a lot of cars.
I turned to Beef and I was like, I hope he gets hit by a car. It would be such a great thing to have on film.
That be?
I mean, I know it would hurt. It would hurt a little bit.
I'm more worried about who
definitely smart. You're right.
Pain is temporary. All right,
yeah. That's right.
Imagine having that footage. Imagine having the footage of you walking in the tracksuit and then just a car just plows into you, like straight out of any comedy that you could think of, where someone's cross the street. I want that. I didn't want you to get hurt. Let me just be clear. I didn't want you to get hurt, but I did want you to get hit by a car.
Dude, if I did get hit by a car, or like the guy slowed up, right, and like slammed on the brakes right in front of me, and I started yelling at them. You guys better have been running full force to that car so we could beat the hell out of whoever's in that car. That would have been a great
After we were done laughing our asses off, I'm sure we would have got out there and we would have took off and run down there, MSS. I swear.
It would have taken
Please
a
don't
while
kill
to
me.
stop laughing, though.
That's true. It is true.
All right, Beef. What's your movie?
Well, I'm going to pick a movie that I do know what it's about. And unlike MSS, I'm going to pick the movie Rounders. Because in that movie, you had a young, promising poker player that seemingly had a lot of upside. And the White Sox, in theory, were a young, promising team. Well, maybe not that young anymore. Promising team that had some upside. And they start off the thing by losing everything. And little by little, they ground back till they faced a bunch of hardships until they were right back where they started. And you don't know if they're going to ascend to that next level. You can see them kind of grinding back to where you think they were to start, but you don't know if they're actually going to make it. And that's how Rounders ends, with him kind of starting right back where he began.
So you've got some positivity here, at least.
I got some
right?
positivity.
You think that they could get back into the, like, it'll be close. You just don't know.
Yeah.
You're leaving us in September, basically.
That's right. I'm cutting it right there. That's right. And then we'll see what happens.
They're in striking distance going into September in your movie. Now, who's eating the Oreos? Is it just you eating Oreos watching this, or is like where does that come in?
No. I'll think about it. It's you know who it is? Who's eating Oreos? Terry Francona. Terry Francona
There
gets
we
caught
go.
eating Oreos, and Pedro figures out what the next move is going to be, and he's able to beat Terry Francona. You know, Tito's supposed to be the best manager or whatever, but they catch him eating the fucking Oreos, and that's who they're able to get over one on.
Now I want this. This would have been in my first. What do you want the season to become? I would love this. This sounds fantastic.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Rounders.
Really?
Should
What?
watch that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
surprised.
We'll go see it in the theater when I take Beef Loaf.
We'll go see that bikini, whatever the fuck, and double feature that and Rounders. We'll go see them together.
Listen,
That's right.
the bikini car wash company served a purpose for a young MSS, so just take it easy.
Oh yeah, no, I apologize. You know, yeah, the
Get
movie
to see
Rounders
some
totally
moving
useless.
boobs.
No
You know,
one cared about that movie.
that's priceless. You know, from a guy that was raised on Playboys and really old penthouses. So yeah, Treasy, what
How
movie?
old are we talking? Like the 30s? So mine,
a lot of 60s.
mine is a lot darker than
Hello.
yours, guys. So I went with Requiem for a Dream.
Oh,
Because
I've never seen it, but I know the premise. Not great.
it starts off bad. You get a couple glimmers of hope. It keeps getting worse. You get a few more glimmers of hope. But in the end, you end up getting fucked in front of everybody. And we probably lose an arm. So that seems like the season that that could be ahead of us.
That doesn't sound as much fun as my version. I think my version sounds the most fun out of the three of us.
I don't want to live the version that I just talked about. I'm just worried that that's what it's going to be.
That's
So
reality.
who's giving it to you? Who's giving it to the White Sox or us in 108 in your thing, Trezo?
I mean, that fucking that Twins fan. What's that guy's name?
Joe?
Ted?
No,
Ted.
Yeah, Ted.
Ted's got the
sitting
double
there-
ended in his ass, too,
Ted's
or
sitting
what?
there grinning while we're ass to ass. You know, it's just, it's not,
We're ass to ass? I
yeah,
thought
that's
Ted
what I'm
was gonna be
saying.
ass
Like
to
I'm
ass
saying,
with
like
us.
the fans, everybody's getting fucked, and people are just watching.
Oh, my God. I know I've told
Maybe
you
we're the
this
ones
story.
watching. I don't know.
And then Giolito, who's having a good year, he's gone at the end, so we lose that arm.
It's true.
I mean, like it's just trending that way right now.
Elio's
trending
gone
that way.
and
We
lose
gotta-
the arm. Oh,
I wanna-
my God. That's funny.
Well, hey man, it's not a funny movie,
good.
but it's a funny metaphor.
Oh, that
there's-
scene is horrendous. Oof. Oof.
But I don't know. I feel like that's the, and I guess that's the pessimistic view of the season. But like, there's just too much of like we've had the bad start, and then there's too much shit like today that makes you worried about like what this team can actually do because they can't execute in these very specific scenarios. And I know it's like sometimes it's coin flip shit, but it's like the same thing that you've been seeing, right? Like the reason that they don't convert in these is because they're hitting the ball into the ground, right? Like we've seen this a couple times in this series where there's a guy on third less than 2 outs, you got a really good hitter up, either it be Eloy or Timmy, and they ground out to Correa. Right?
Yeah,
like, I mean, like,
right.
infield's in, they ground out to Correa. Now, Correa's a great infielder. Arthritic legs and all. Like, he's really good. But, like, you still shouldn't be doing that. You should be able to hit. You should be able to hit a fly ball. So, those kind of things, it's insane to think that they're just going to stop doing that, right? Just like it's insane to think that anyone in that movie is going to stop doing drugs.
Right.
So, like, that's kind of like, where I'm going. And I feel
Even
like,
the mom.
Well, I feel like the Pedro Grifol is going to suffer the fate of the mom. Like, he has nothing to do with any of this at the beginning, but by the end, he's going to be all
getting electroshock.
He's going to be all thin and like frail and all fucked up. His TV's still going to be getting stolen every week. The whole thing.
White Sox Sal says, I thought Beef was going to mention Hoosiers. Yeah, Steve O, he would be shooter in this because Sunday I saw him and he was woo baby. He might be charged onto the field at some point during the
I think that's kind of like they fall into this problem where like you could give them the benefit of the doubt if it was like once or twice, right? Like it was something that just happened every so often. But like as you mentioned, Teresi, it happens a lot. Like there's some things that fucker. Okay. There's some things that you could just say, hey, like this just happened, all right? And like Timmy's back, right? So he's not 100% yet. He's just getting his back into it. You know what? But no, you can't say that because they've lost the fucking so many goddamn games in a row, right? You also can't say, like, okay, well, they were playing really good teams. Well, you just played a team that you beat pretty, the last 2 days. Now, you can't convert on this one that could do it. Like the easy win here, you still can't get the easy win. So I don't know. I know you just played yourself into like a no excuse realm here. You just got to do better. Got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, Beef's opinion on this is that they're Mikey D going up against a tougher opponent and not doing things right. Yeah. Mine is they're just going to keep doing these things wrong. Like this is just what they do. So like
no, they're gonna hit that soft seat in Queens and they're gonna crawl back a little bit and you're gonna see them crawling back towards it. And you've already seen it. We saw it the last several days. And today's loss sucked, but it's like a normal loss. It's a normal ass loss. Like this shit happens. Like the Twins are also getting blanked in those extra innings as well. And we're not getting anything in there. So it's not it's not like it was something outrageous, but
I definitely
it still sucks.
Beef, I will say that I think that seeing them play the Twins this week, I really feel like they played better than the Twins for most of the series. And I think that gives me confidence about the division. I'm guessing in your analogy, though, Garrett Crochet is Worm? Is that
Yeah, Garrett Crochet comes back, he's Worm, that's right. Or Moncada. Could be Moncada, too.
Oh, man, I actually like that one a lot.
Moncada coming back and being a Worm,
Jesus.
Playing a fucking blackjack game, man. He's got to lay off the blackjack.
He caught a hanger. His, Worm's back got broken at the end of that movie too. We better be careful with the symbolism.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite blood in, blood out. Getting the fire hydrant.
No, but
it wasn't good. It wasn't good either.
Ass beating.
Oh man,
wow.
My suck summer. You wanna give us another sexy ad read?
Let's shake it up, baby.
As the team in weather warms, isn't it about time for you to make that trip to 35th and Shields to see your favorite team play some baseball? Of course it is. And when you start planning that trip, number one on the list of places to stop should be Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp. Located less than 2 miles from Guaranteed Rate Field, Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp on Canal is open 24 hours a day to serve you, the hungry White Sox fan. And what's better to munch on than their famous fried shrimp? You can get a freshly fried half or full pound of shrimp as that pre or post game snack. And don't forget, you can make it a combo for only $5 more. Don't sleep on the fries, folks. They rock. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp have 4 locations. 2120 Canal Street and 3242 West 87th Street in Chicago, 50 South Manheim Road in Hillside, and 3248 Walmer Road in Olympia Fields. Visit them online at chicagoshrimp.com to see their menus and to place an order. Give them a follow on their Twitter at Lawrence's Shrimp. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, Chicago's favorite shrimp house since 1950.
right?
I mean, I think the only thing is we got to get that mix down a little bit because
I know
at some points the music was just drowning out a little bit, and I want to hear what sexy My Sock Summer's telling me.
Here's what I think happens because I save them down to like put into this so they're not gigantic. I think what happens is that it's kind of like fucking fucks up then because I had the music at like a 10% and I had me at 125%. So I gotta figure these things out. Like I'm not a professional audio guy. Like I'm sure everyone knows. The one thing about that one though that I really liked was like the music breaks right when I was like, "Don't sleep on the French fry," or "Don't sleep on the fries." They rock. I thought that was just the greatest thing. Like you could hear that clear as day, and I was like, "All right, I'm rolling with this because this was just perfect." So
that was well placed.
I just throw the music in after, folks. I'm not doing it to the music. I don't know what the music is. Listen, it just is a happy accident that it all rolls together. Trust me.
I was aroused. I think most of the people in the
who
comments
isn't?
were too.
Who
so I mean,
isn't?
I'm down. I loved it.
Loaf's gonna get blue cheese all over his dick.
Oh, baby.
Oh wow!
Can't wait.
I don't know what that means, but good luck, Beef.
One of those olives.
All right, I've got some stuff for you guys. I got some bets for this upcoming weekend. So as you know, the three of us are traveling down to Cincinnati this weekend for the White Sox series against the Reds. We'll be there for the Friday and Saturday game. So of course, if you're in Cincy and you're going to the game, check us out. We'll be at the bars beforehand. You could easily find us. We're goofy looking and heavy set, so it's not
tall too.
Not too difficult to pick us out of a crowd. But I've got some bets that I want to run by you guys, and so we're gonna go through these, and we'll keep track of what you guys choose, and we'll have some kind of one guy slaps the other guy in the face or something, whoever wins, But
I don't agree to that.
I feel like we're all
Sounds
gonna
good.
win. I feel like we're all gonna win in this. So let's get into it right away. And so this first one is Lance Lynn plus SP5 strikeouts. So Friday and Saturday starters, right? 10.5 strikeouts combined between the two of them.
I'm hammering the over.
My Sock Summer, you're going over?
I'm taking the over.
Beef, what are you doing?
No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Do they both have to have the combined 10.5 strikeouts?
Combined
Between the
10.5
two?
strikeouts.
Absolutely.
So one has 6,
Way
one
over.
has 5, and you get 11, and then they're over.
Yep.
So yeah,
That-
so you're
that sort of
basically
thing.
hoping for Lynn to get 10 and then Clev get
SP5
1.
gets
No, I mean, I think SP5 had 8 his last outing. So I
Yeah,
mean, like
and
he
he
did.
can dial up the strikeouts.
He's mostly hanging around in like the 3s.
Yeah, I think he's at 7 something per 9. So that
Gonna take
if
him.
he's throwing 5 innings, that's 3.5, 4, something like that.
over.
That's interesting. I mean, man, I think it's a pretty good number, Treasy. It depends on how deep these guys get into the game. Realistically, the Reds are a young team. They strike out a lot, so maybe that'll be helpful. I feel like Pedro was going to want to ride these guys if he can. I think that's like a sneaky over here, but I don't love it. I'll say over, but I don't love it.
I figured you were going to go over, both of you. The reason is because like their most recent performances, like the combination would have been like 18. But like most of the other combinations, it would either not get this or barely get it. So that's okay. That's interesting. You're both over on that
I'll
one.
take over.
All right, here's one that I think you're going to probably take the over on. Public naps from Chirizi E. Over under is a half. We're there for 2 days. We're there for
Never in the
full
over.
2 days.
So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know where you guys are, what you're feeling on this, but
Yes.
Beef, I'll go to you first.
I mean, it depends how the night ends. If the night ends where we're going to like our 4th bar, then you have a very good chance of passing out. However, if the night ends where it's like the game ends, we have 1 or 2 quick drinks, and then like 12 of us go to the casino, you're not going to take a public nap at the casino. You'll be plenty stimulated. You'll be. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under on public naps at Treasy. I think we end up at casino, and then you'll stay for good for one night. So that should be good enough.
All right.
I'm gonna
Sock
take
Summer.
I'm gonna take the over just because if you do it one time, it's the over. So like I feel like we could get you into the over. You have a long drive tomorrow. You're gonna be like out late. There's a possibility. I mean, you fell asleep in the Polecats van coming back to Bridge. Or no, you fell asleep at Polecats.
At Polecats, yeah.
And
in
then woke
Polecats,
up. Like, if any
was-
man that could sleep at Polecats,
Yeah.
I think could probably fall asleep after a very long drive to Cincinnati. So,
That
I'm gonna
was
go with the over.
like 4 a.m. Just so we.
Yeah, that's right. And we won't be out that late.
I don't plan to be on
No.
that late.
It wasn't 4 a.m. when you were sleeping at the club.
Yeah, it was.
Something like that. It was late.
We got home at like 5:30 that
It's
day.
kind of early. I think you were asleep by 11.
I walked in with a pillow.
You're like,
I had a little blanket and a pillow, and I was like, "Thanks. We're gonna sit over here. I'm gonna lay down."
okay, Jasmine, no, I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay? I got to nap up. All right, take it easy.
A little cat nap.
Bless your heart.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, you're going
All right,
to
White
chiropractic?
Sox home runs Friday plus Saturday, 2.5. 2.5.
Over.
You're going over?
I'm going over.
Okay.
Chorizo,
They're
I've not
averaging
looked.
They're averaging about 1 a game.
Yeah.
I've not looked at the pitching matchups, so I don't know who they're facing. If they're facing some extreme ground baller, it's going to eat them up and kind of kill this bet. But Great American Ballpark is a great ballpark to hit home runs in, like even better than Sox Park. One of the few that's better than Sox Park. And even the bad White Sox teams have gone there and hit 1 billion home runs. I'm pretty sure Daniel Palka had one of his 2 home run games at Great American Ballpark. I'm going to say the over, and I'm going to say that the man in the picture there, Andrew Vaughn's going to get at least one of them, and Eloy's going to get one of the other ones that go over. So I think both my guys right in the middle of the order are going to hit home runs this weekend.
I mean, I'd love to see it. I
Yeah.
want it. I want the over. MSS, where were you at on this one?
I'm over. I
You're
think
over?
that I feel like we're going to hit that. We might get 3 home runs on Friday. You know, I don't know who's pitching for him. I don't like, but I don't like what Loaf just said, that it's a very easy place to hit home runs, because Sox don't usually do good at places that's really easy to hit home runs, like, you know, our park. Like, so yeah, I think that might be a little bit, but I'm still going to hammer the over. I'm going to hammer the over on that.
All right. I'm really pushing you guys towards overs. This
Yeah,
one,
you are.
The next one is probably going to be an over too. My Sox Summer vomits. How many times will my Sox Summer vomit in Cincinnati? I put the number at 1.5 because I feel like here's the thing, guys. Here's why it's got to be 1.5. If he starts going, it's never like he rarely
He's
is
a
like a
vomit
single
truck.
vomit.
Yeah.
I could have put it at 2.5. I think it would have been the same.
It would have been
as
the same
1.5.
bet. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So I'll start with you, my Sox Summer. Where do you think you're going to land on this one?
Well, I mean, the guy inside me is like, no, you're gonna be fine. You go under, because you made the mistakes in Minneapolis, and you puked 17 times in Minneapolis. Like, you've got all the puking out of you. No, probably not. I don't know. But I'm gonna go under just for my mental health. I'm gonna say that I am not going to vomit more than 1 time.
All right, big talk. Big
Yeah,
talk.
big talk.
Beef, where are you at on this one?
Man, this is tough because I want to say under, because I want to say my Sox Summer and I have made a pact. We are not going to almost get into a fight outside the restroom at this
true.
ballpark like we
That's
did
true.
when we were in
true.
Target Field in Minneapolis. Because if he gets the adrenaline going, he's cooked. He'll be up late. He'll be drinking way too much, and then he will vomit later. Now, luckily, in this instance, we do not have an early event as part of this. In Minneapolis, part of the problem was we had an event starting like 12:30 or something like that. So everyone had to kind of be there and, you know, for glad handing and having fun with everybody. And if you could sleep in, it might save the vomits. So I want to go
does.
under. But you know what? You're going to puke.
It's not fun.
And it's
not
going to be
fun
more
take
than
the
one.
under.
So I'm going the over. I just know you. I mean, you're away from home. You're going to go overboard at least one night, probably the first night. I'm going to go over.
It's
Not looking forward to it.
It's a tough call.
Sammy, I've really conquered the acid reflux. Like, it hasn't been an issue. Now it's going to be an issue because I just talked about it.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, no, I literally I haven't had to take that. I've been eating correctly and not eating like an asshole. So it's been great. It's been good.
So this is a good question. So, you know, John Carney says you drink whiskey like water. What actually makes you vomit? What is it that turns on the faucet in your face?
Beer. Minneapolis was the biggest problem with Minneapolis was that we started at a nice beer place We drank a lot of good craft beer there, and your boy is not good at drinking craft beer anymore. Like I used to be good at it. I'm
It's
not
over.
good at it
It's
anymore.
over, yeah.
I have to drink either piss beer, like so a very light, like a light Sky is perfect for me. That's what I need to drink, or just drink on the rocks whiskey. And so yeah, And I usually don't puke on the whiskey. I'll get hungover, but not.
We're rooting for you. We're rooting
I
for the
appreciate
Youngest.
it. I appreciate it.
We're on the
your-
same side
I need
as
your
you.
prayers. I appreciate that.
All right. Next up, Tim Anderson hits Friday plus Saturday. So I'm giving a low number here.
Yeah.
But he had that 3-hit game, but he's been I don't know, he's been having a little rough sledding. So 2.5 is the number for Tim Anderson hits. Over under my sack summer.
God, I feel so lame saying this, but over. I gotta go over. I want my guy to hit 3 hits. I can see him doing 2-1. I can see him doing 2-2. I could see a 2-4 on Friday, and I can see a 2-5 on Saturday. I'm taking an over. I gotta go over.
All right. Got the over. I like it. I hope it happens. Beef, where you at?
Yeah, I mean, like, I want to be contrarian and go under, but, like, if Tim gets 10 plate appearances in this weekend series, he's going to get 3 hits.
It's Friday
But
and
it's
Saturday.
just Friday and
Well, that's what I
Saturday.
mean. Just Friday and Saturday. I'm talking about the weekend in which we'll be there. If he gets 10 plate appearances, which I think is probably pretty likely, should be some scoring in these games. I think he's going to get at least 3 hits. So I'm going to also go over. I'm going to go over.
Yeah, I think
Right.
over's the smart.
I like
Are you
that
writing
guys
all
are
this
feeling,
down?
feeling some scoring. I'll go back and get this. That's fine.
Oh.
It's on the internet. It's okay. You can go find it.
Okay. Thanks for
All right.
reminding me. Shit. Erase some
I've
of that
got-
stuff about Bikini Car Wash Company.
I've got 2 here. All right, so there's beef loaf trips to the casino and beef loaf meals between 6 p.m. and midnight. So let's go with the casino one first. So trips to the casino, I've got at 1.5. Beef, I'll start with you since it's you. Are you going to go more than once to the casino is the question.
Man, I want to say no. I want to say that over a half is a lock. Like I'm gonna go once at least. I'll say under. I'll say under 1.5 because I think one of the nights we'll just end up being out somewhere. We'll just keep having cocktails and no one else will really want to go, and I don't want to just go by myself. So I will say under 1.5 on trips to the casino.
My sack summer?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a one and done on the casino trips, unless the only one thing that could potentially happen is that your flight gets canceled on Sunday and you have to go on
Gotta
Sunday.
stay one more night.
Because you have 6 hours that you have to kill, and you're like, oh, might as well go to the casino. Why would I go watch the baseball team? So yeah, I think that would be the only reason. But I'm gonna play it smart. I'm gonna go under. The meals between
Wait.
6 and
I
midnight?
didn't get to the
I'm
meals
sorry.
yet. I didn't get to the meals.
Oh,
yet.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So
just
the thing
first
with the casino is like the reason I put 1.5 is I feel like Beef's going to try and get one in early. So it'll be like Friday afternoon before everyone meets up. He might try and sneak one in.
I can't though because my flight gets in at like 2:30.
Yeah,
and
no,
the meetup's like 4, so it's like I'll get to the hotel, we'll drop bags, and I'll just go straight to where we're gonna meet up. So I ain't gonna make it on that end.
We'll see.
You'll drop sticks.
We'll see. I just wanted to go see where it was. I'm
I'm just scoping it out for you guys.
They have-
you know.
they have, like,
By
a
the way,
Hard
I'm missing
Rock
the game
there, right?
tonight. I'll see you guys later.
Now,
Yeah,
the Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock
Right?
is the close one. That's correct.
It's got a
yeah.
big old guitar in front of it. I just want to go take a picture in front of the guitar.
No, I know. Everyone knows I don't care about that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get. I think a lot of people are looking at the second one and going with just hammering the over. And so, like, I need to tell you a little bit about Beef Loaf.
I don't know.
So, Beef does not eat at the games. Like, it is a very rare occurrence to see Beef eating at a baseball game. I've seen it. I've seen him shame eat a sausage in Cleveland, but rarely at the game, and also rarely at the bar. Like like someone has to like order something for the table and then like shove it in his face and say,
Yeah.
you should probably eat. You haven't eaten in 15 hours.
Yeah.
So like that time frame, 6 p.m. to midnight, I think is rare that you even eat during that time. So that's why I put it at a half. So I think that there could be a situation where you eat, but like I think it's gonna be iffy if that's gonna happen. I'll go with my sock summer first. What do you think?
You know what? I'm going to go over because I think there could definitely be a one shot. Like, God forbid, we walk by a pizza place that's open at 12 o'clock, walking back to the hotel. Where,
This
gotta be
is
at
the
11.
scenario, right? This is the scenario.
Got to be at 11.
Okay, so if it's at 11, God help us if we go, what's last call? Probably like 1 o'clock there or 2 o'clock?
Yeah,
whatever.
I
something
think it's
like
1
that.
o'clock.
So,
Yeah.
and also, God forbid, we show up at a place that has like really good pizza or something. Like, yo, bro, we got pizzas that are half off right now from such and such to such and such. And then like, all I can hear is Loaf just saying, we got to get a pizza, right? Because I didn't eat, or whatever. And we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll eat pizza. And if Wally Money's there, we're definitely getting a pizza because that guy fucking eats. So, I think that I'm going to go with the over because I think it'll happen at least one time. I'm not sold on it happening Saturday. It's probably Friday. I think the Friday is the money night of getting that because you're new place, and you're like, oh well, hey, maybe we should check out this pizza joint, So yeah, I think I could potentially happen. If there was a Punky's in Cincinnati, 100% we're hammering the over. We're getting pizza both nights in Cincinnati at midnight, before midnight. So, but yeah.
Treasy positioned this bet so perfectly because starting at the 6 p.m. window right there, we're trying to close out tabs. We're trying to get to the ballpark for a 6:40 start. He knows I will not eat at the ballpark. I mean, it's possible I could eat there, but it's unlikely I'll eat at the ballpark. We'll just drink beers and watch the game.
Right.
Roll out of the game at 9 something. If we go to the casino, I don't think I'm probably going to eat until we're leaving there at a minimum or whatever. And then if we go to a bar, maybe I got a shot. So the half is a good number. I'm going to lean under because my usual thing is I'll plan to have eaten before. So I've got enough fuel to kind of take me, or I'm making Mrs. B find some place at like 2 a.m. We got to find somewhere to eat right now because I'm dying.
Burke's got a spot for you. So he says, Goodfellas by the slice by all the bars. So
There you go.
That's where we got to hit
All right.
then.
We might have to
open
hit
at 2
that
a.m.
over.
All right, so then we got one. Let's go there
But
before midnight.
It could happen at 1 o'clock in the morning. You don't know.
I know that's true.
And if that happens, it's Gremlin style.
That's right. Exactly.
Well, okay, now Burke just gave him a really good singing endorsement there. Pizza sucks in Cincinnati, but Goodfellas is decent. Oh, well.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need when you're drunk.
Sustenance.
Decent
feel
pizza
like-
is fantastic
Yeah, that's right.
pizza.
I feel like that's all the food in Cincinnati. It's just decent. Like, I haven't heard anybody going, you need to try this. You need to hit this. Like, you need to do this. No one said that.
Yeah, other than that terrible chili.
Yeah.
All right, here's an interesting one because you guys, you're going
That's my
mostly
boy.
overs, but a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff is overs on hit, like things like hits, things like home runs. You're looking for high scoring games. Do the White Sox get a save Friday or Saturday? So White Sox saves Friday plus Saturday. The number's a half. Beef, I'll go to you first.
I'm going to go under. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Friday. I mean, it's possible they lose one or both of these games, so then that precludes them from getting a save. And it's also possible that they get into one of these games and they end up winning 8-4 or something like that, where there's no save opportunity available, just the nature of the game. So I'm going to say 0. I'm going to say no saves.
All right.
Damn it.
My Sox Summer, where are you at?
I think that I like we're going to win 8-4, and there's not going to be even a save opportunity. So I'm also going to go with the under on this also.
Gonna go
'Cause
on.
I just
All right.
I just don't see it. Like, I don't know. Like, how many saves do we have right now this year? I mean, not very many.
Not many. No.
Yeah. So
I
I
mean,
think
we don't have
like,
many wins.
No.
So that
Nope.
that impacts your
Only
number of
10
saves.
wins. It kind of hurts the amount of saves you could have.
I think our offense is going to win these.
I think we have a
games.
lot of
It's
blown
not gonna be a
saves,
defense.
if that's helpful.
Okay.
The White Sox have four total saves: 3 by Reynaldo Lopez and 1 by Kenyon Middleton. Sorry.
Okay. So
I'm gonna guess Lopez doesn't get too many chances at another one.
No.
I think 3 is his number this season.
I think it's probably over for that.
And Liam's not coming back, right? Like, he's definitely not playing in Cincinnati. So
No. He's gonna go on a rehab assignment. He'll be.
we need to talk
It'll be a
about
while.
that, though. That Kenyon Middleton came out to, like, the lights going all crazy the other night, and I thought we were getting fucking Liam Hendricks. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then it was like, no, that's just funny because it's Middleton. And we're like, what?
You know why you thought that, my Sox Summer? Because the ballpark operation sucks so bad. There's nothing ever to get excited about. And so you finally got excited by the lights. Thanks for making my point for me. Appreciate you.
I'm not sure that Jim Honda runs the lights, but okay. You got a good point.
It's not just him.
All right, this last one. So the times we recreate this picture, and if for those of you listening, this is from the Hawk alarm clock day.
Yes, Hawk
I was
alarm.
walking.
Yep.
I was walking home from the game, but we were all walking, and there was this guy passed out next to the alarm clock, and I stopped to take a picture of him, and it was hilarious because I stopped. I'm taking a picture of this guy who's passed out, and he wakes up for just a moment to flick me off and then passed right back out. So I caught that beautiful moment on camera. The dude was like, hey, look, he got after it. It happens to the best of us.
Me a lot. Yeah.
I'm just wondering how many times do we get this picture, a similar picture, this weekend, Friday and Saturday. We got 2 days, Friday and Saturday are days to get after it.
Yeah.
So like,
There's no question.
and starting, like 4 in the afternoon or something.
Yep.
Feels like that could be the case. So what do you think, guys? Over or under 1.5? My sex summer. I'll start with you.
So immediately I'm going, there's going to be a picture of me laying somewhere with 17 Mandalorian bobbleheads from Friday night strewn around me. And I will definitely be flipping you off. Hopefully my zipper is up. I'm going to go at least so that's one. Can we do it 2 days in a row with the Johnny Bench Funko Pop that I will have strewn around me too? I don't know. I'm going to say because it's in our minds and because there's 150 people showing up, I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to hit the over. It's a club over tonight. Club over.
All right, you're going over. Beef. What do you think?
Now, I guess here's my question, Treasy. Does it have to be someone who's part of our party, our group?
No, this
Could it
guy
be
wasn't
anyone?
with us.
Well, I know he wasn't with us. I'm just making sure it doesn't have. Because my thought is these trips, at least San Diego was trending this way, and because it's a smaller trip than the Minneapolis one, and then the Milwaukee one was humongous or whatever. These feel like a little smaller trips, and where they trend is they trend to a couple demographics. It's like the older, experienced alcoholics, which we all are, and,
Yes.
and then the kind of that group of people that is longtime 108 people all are. And then also it'll trend a little younger, but they don't have the the people that create that picture right there are between 29 and 40, and they've started their family life and they stopped drinking a lot, and then they go out and they think they could drink like they did when they were 22,
Yep.
and they haven't kept it up. Those are the people that end up in that spot right there. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of that group in Cincy with us, so we'd be depending on the locals there. So I'm gonna go under, as much as I would like to see this picture created at least 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, Beef. I'm with you on the under here because I was thinking about this when I was putting this together because it's a funny picture. I was just kind of actually hoping that someone knew who this was, but I was thinking about it and I thought this was years ago that I took this picture. I have not been able to recreate this masterpiece. And so I'm with you. I think it's probably gonna be the under. I'm hoping to get a lot of great pictures, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get anything like this. Also, by the way, just one of my favorite things about this picture and the reason I was taking it was because the guy was sleeping next to a goddamn alarm clock. The fact that the giveaway was an alarm clock, it was perfect. It was this guy's taking a nap, but he's got the alarm clock there, so he's going to be fine. He's going to get up for work. He's going to get to the hospital, or he's going to perform surgery later today.
That's right.
But fellas, I hope you had fun with that. I mean, I think
That was good.
I as I mentioned at the beginning, whoever loses, it's $4,000.
Oh,
Sounds
yen, right? That's yen, right? 4,000 yen. Okay. Dude, we're not going to put the Noah one in there because the Noah one was really funny. I love
What was that one?
Okay, so yesterday, or I think it was.
Oh wait,
yesterday.
yeah, no, I didn't want that one. But go ahead, you
didn't
can
want
say
that
it now.
Can we say it because it's kind of funny?
Sure, if you
Because
want to.
it's got a good 108. It's a good story behind it, like why he said it. So we're at the game, and Noah, See You for a Beer, is sitting back with us, and he goes, "Oh hey, Benintendi's from Cincinnati." He goes, "What do you think the chances are Wally's running into his mom at a bar?" And the funny part about it not that Wally dislikes older women and likes moms and he meets them at bars, is that he ran into Jace Fry's mom at a bar and like took a very suggestive picture with her. So like, I'm just saying, like, it's not really all that suggestive.
I don't think it was that suggestive. It's not.
It
was just a picture.
Theater of the mind, guys. Theater of the mind. But yeah, no, like, so I thought it was funny that, like, and honestly, if there's any way that's going to meet any of Benintendi's family in Cincinnati, it's definitely Wally Money at a bar after a few.
Well, he also met Adam Engel's parents in the stands, and I think was that in Detroit? I can't remember.
Really?
But yeah.
Oh my god.
And he was like, guys, you want to come meet them? And I'm like, I spent 30 minutes talking shit about that guy on the podcast like 2 days ago. I think I'm just gonna sit over here.
The truth is, we're just too lazy and wanted to drink beer. We didn't want to go over two sections.
That's true. And I mean, like, I was too lazy to go up and get beer at that stadium because and the beer vendors would not sell to us. It was
they
like,
got mad at us. They didn't like us.
It was like we tipped them. We're like, hey, keep them coming, and they're like, oh, you're Sox fans, and then just never
fuck off. Yeah,
so stupid.
Stand us.
I mean, their problem more than mine is that they hate money.
Almost as much as Jerry Reinsdorf. Doesn't care about money. Teresi, he only cares about winning, not money. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, I forgot. That makes sense. That's why we win so much. All right.
A lot of winning.
Guys, it's already time. It's already time for the thank yous or the GFYs. I'll start with my Sox Summer. Who are you thanking? Who are you GFYing?
My first thank you goes out to the good folks over at Chicago Sports Bumps for having me on their podcast on Monday. So, I mean, if you turn it in tonight, thank you, because you have been overloaded with the My Sox Summer this week. You had me there. You had me talking shit on the internet for the promo, and now you have me tonight. So thanks to those guys for having me on and letting me bullshit with them for nearly 2 hours. So if you haven't checked out that podcast, go check it out. A lot of stuff. My GFY, I'm going to do a GFY tonight just because goes to park operations. I don't really understand what the fuck's going on. Last night, there was nobody at the park checking tickets. Don't get it. Like, we go Saturday, there's a shitload of people there. No one's checking tickets whatsoever. Today,
at the 100 level you're talking about.
100 level, yeah.
Okay.
No one was checking tickets on Saturday, but they checked them on Sunday, and then they checked them last night when there was like maybe 5,000 people there. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Today, weather day, there's a bunch of kids. There's a lot of people there. Not checking tickets again. So I guess if people show up, they don't check tickets. So it blows my mind. It's a little odd. I don't know. Maybe they have more people to cover these places, but a big GFY to the park operations here. I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. So please just change it. I don't need to show my guy my fucking ticket when there's 7 people in section 108. I don't need to show anyone.
The thing I hate about it is it creates another line. Right?
Yes.
It's I don't know why we like having lines all over the park so much.
Lines everywhere.
But it's just like you get upstairs and it's like, okay, now there's another line to get in because everybody, you got to check the tickets of everybody, which doesn't make any sense.
Listen, Sam, I wish this was true. But I mean, not wish it was true. I don't want it to go, but like it is literally like I don't think they listen.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
that's probably true.
Few do.
That's probably it.
Beef, who you thinking or GFY?
My GFY today goes to Rocco Baldelli. 5 fucking intentional walks. You are a coward. Pitch to some of our real hitters. I know why you did it. I know why you're pitching. You intentionally walked more times than you should ever be intentionally walked. You're a coward for having 5 fucking intentional walks. Maybe I should GFY the White Sox for not winning when they got 5 intentional walks.
That's
also,
true.
Maybe that's double GFYs for me, but 5 intentional fucking walks in the game on one side is ridiculous.
I mean, you'd think Barry Bonds was playing in that game.
Exactly.
Like roided up Barry Bonds.
Right.
HGH Barry Bonds. Like that Barry Bonds. Like that. Yep. That's the amount of intentional walks that were put forth today. It was frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
You know, because you're like, okay, Benintendi's up. He's got a chance here. And it's like, we're walking him again. And it's like, here comes Billy Hamilton. That's,
prick.
I mean, you might as well give him a fucking wiffle bat. Like this.
He got 2-0 in the count one time, and the catcher went out to the mound, and I tweeted that, the catcher told the pitcher, it's Billy fucking Hamilton. Just throw a strike. Like, what are you doing here?
I just like my favorite part about that, because by then I was home watching the game, Beef, and they were saying like Billy Hamilton hasn't had a hit since, I don't know, fucking the 1920s or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, luckily the pitcher's not privy to that. I'm like, yes,
They know it.
like. I know it doesn't happen on the Sox, but the other teams, they look at the statistics. They look at what the batters do. They prepare for these things. I've got a quick GFY. Quick GFY here, and that is to the this is the AMPTP. Familiar? That's the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. So they're the owner side of the strike that's going on right now. I can't say fuck them enough. Because this is the same thing as the baseball strike, where it's like there's reasonable requests from the one side, and they're like, "No, we're not even gonna negotiate. We're fuck you. We give you nothing." Similarly to like what the owners were doing to the players, and it affects me in the same way, because if you guys don't remember the last writers' strike, it was awful. Like TV shows, movies didn't come out.
They stopped
because there was nobody to write them.
No writer.
The ones that were still going were terrible, because they were just like, you're basically getting the minor leaguers to come. It's like basically think about the year that the NFL didn't have a season, right? Like that's the level of talent we're working with. So like that can't happen. I just stomached a baseball strike, I can't stomach, or a lockout, I should say.
Yeah, lockout.
I can't stomach this one. Like, just figure it out. Figure it the fuck out, because I can't go more time with bullshit entertainment. I don't want to watch Korean baseball at 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And God forbid you listen to a book. I get it. I mean, I understand.
I listen to a lot of books, but
I know.
I also like to watch a fucking movie every once in a while.
That's true.
And not all the movies I watch are 40 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say not everything's from '83.
I'm about Seth's getting on his high horse, telling you to educate yourself, Chirizi. You fucking bum.
Fucking guy.
What nerve on this motherfucker? I love it.
Hey, he's just
I'm
plowing through
educated.
books all the time.
Son of a bitch.
I told him about a baseball book to read like 3 years ago. I'm
not
sure
gonna
he's
read that.
sure he's ripped through it by now.
Listen, hey, if it's available on audio and it's through the Chicago Public Library, I'll definitely read it or listen.
Sure
to
you
it.
will.
I will.
Sure you will.
In the
All
car.
right, I will resend
with
this.
Wally this weekend.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think that's it, fellas. It's a quick one before we get out of town. And we'll see a bunch of you up in Cincinnati. For those that we don't, we'll see you at the park very soon. But fellas, great as always. Just enjoyed the hell out of this hour and 15, which is a lot shorter than usual.
Always fun.
But we'll be back at you next Thursday. Talk to you soon.
Cheers.